time with Geeta.
A day on a journey to Lakeside shopping mall. Parenting and Families, Volume 1, A to Z, written by Sabinah Adewole. Dedication. This book is dedicated to my daughter Rebecca, who was part of the journey and inspiration of completing this book. A. The boy in the neon t-shirt. Adam is aged around 9, enjoying a day shopping with his dad. A day like no other to me, an observer with my daughter enjoying a coffee. Adam inspired me to write about him. The colour of his t-shirt is bold and depicts confidence. Adam seems a confident child. Are you inspired by his journey? What's your favourite colour? Composed on the 25th of 8th, 2020. B. The two girls with the backpacks. Bintu and Binta were enjoying a day out. They were with Mum, standing by the pretzel stand. Bintu and Binta are identical twins. I could not tell one from the other. They were dressed in the same clothing, pink top with jeans, and were carrying the same backpack. But Binta wanted cinnamon on her pretzel, while Bintu wanted hazelnuts on hers. So the twins looked alike, but had their choices and preferences. What's your favourite choice of pretzel? Composed on the 31st of the 8th, 2020. C. The boy and the dad pulling down his son's t-shirt in the mall. He was about 3, enjoying a day out. Charlie and his dad were enjoying bonding. He was a toddler and seemed to be getting bored. We sat and watched from the distance in front of Superdrugs. He pulled at his top, trying to take it off. His dad squatted to his level, spoken in a soft tone to reassure him. Charlie became relaxed. Let go of his t-shirt. Dad held him close, and they carried on their journey. Do you enjoy shopping? Do you recall a time you went shopping with your dad? What did you enjoy about the trip? Composed on the 1st of the 9th, 2020. D. The little girl playing with her brother while Mom breastfed. As we sat at the coffee shop enjoying a day out, a mom and her baby arrived. The baby was about 6 months old in a blue and white jumpsuit. Mom sat across the room from us. She started to breastfeed her baby. She was about 19, my daughter's age. Few minutes later, a nun and daughters, aged about 5, arrived. Danielle started to play with her brother, touching his head, pulling his ears, caressing his hand as Mum continued to breastfeed. The nan joined in conversation. It was such a delight to see a family enjoying a day out. Have you seen a mum breastfeed before? Have you a baby brother or sister? We sat, watched and carried on with our journey. Composed on the 2nd of the 9th, 2020. E. The baby boy with arms around his head. It was a nice day in Lakeside. The children were on vacation. The mums and dads were enjoying the day. The children were having fun. The baby was in his mum's arms. He was about 6 months old. Edward was a cute baby. He was dressed in his jumpsuit. He had his arms around his head. That drew my attention to him in his mum's arms. She sat and I just looked on and later looked away and carried on where I stopped. What has caught your attention in the mall? Did you stop to watch or did you carry on walking? The baby in his mother's arms. Composed on the 4th of the 9th, 2020. F. The girl pulling at her mum's hand. Freya was about 6. She was enjoying a day shopping, bonding with Mum. I was doing the same with my daughter. I always had lovely memories of coming to Lakeside, doing my Christmas shopping. But on this day, I was here, bonding with my daughter. The little girl reminded me of me when my daughter was much younger. She came to see Father Christmas. I thought the girl had had enough and just wanted to leave and carry on her journey. Mom carried on walking. How many times have you seen this happen on a day out? Composed on the 6th of the 9th, 2020. G. The little boy in the wheelchair coming down the escalator with Mom and Dad. As we sat at the eating area, we could see the top of the escalator. We could see the traffic going up and down as we enjoyed our coffee, bonding with my daughter over a pretzel. George seemed about 3 years of age, sleeping as Mom and Dad held tight to the handles. As they descended, he woke up, seemed a bit startled. Mom was on hand to reassure him. She gave him a book, an iPad, and he seemed happy. As they got to the end of the ride, our eyes met. George smiled, and I returned his smile. His smile made a difference to my day. Have your eyes met someone and you felt amused or thought, what a nice way to end my coffee, like I thought? Composed on the 8th of the 9th, 2020. H. The 2 boys in the Mickey Mouse t-shirts with Mom and Nan. Harry and Howard were both 5. They were enjoying a day out with Mom and Nan. It was the school summer break. The kids out of school since March. The children all having fun. I spotted them as they had Mickey Mouse t-shirts on. They reminded me of Disneyland Paris. They brought back nice memories for me. It's amazing how a little image can do wonders for anyone. Harry and Howard went into the toy shop. It was their 5th birthday. What does Mickey Mouse remind you of? Composed on the 10th of the 9th, 2020. I. The girl in the wide cropped top and skater skirt. It was a nice summer's day. Lots of shoppers in the mall. People generally have a good day. Nice atmosphere. Sitting with my daughter in Starbucks, enjoying a coffee and pretzel, chatting and laughing, the young girl in a cropped top stood out in the crowd. She had on a cropped top and white skirt. My daughter said, "Skater skirt." I'd never heard of that before. We learned something every day. I thought I would write about it. Then I called it "The Girl in the White Cropped Top and the Skater Skirt." Indigo was about 9 and had skates on. Have you a pair of skate shoes? I bought my daughter a pair before she went ice skating with her friends. Have you been skating before? Composed on the 16th of the 9th, 2020. J. The girl in the jeans jacket with her mom, also wearing a jean jacket. June was out with Mom. The pair on their day looked amazing to see, a mom and her daughter in the same outfit, matching collars, matching outfits, with a butterfly. I once remember wearing the same outfit with my mother, just the once, on her 50th birthday. It was the one and only time I can remember. It now seems special to trigger a memory for me. The mom and her daughter. Have you matched outfits before? My 2 sons matched outfits for so long when they were young. Have you a memory of when you matched outfits? And who was it you matched with? Composed on the 18th of the 9th, 2020. K. The boy with the Adidas hood and his sister. In the midst of the crowd, on the second floor, as we strolled along looking through the shop windows, was this little boy of about 3 with his older sister. Kieran appeared tired, had his hood on in the mall. My daughter grew up in tracksuits. He reminded me of her. She loved her track bottoms. The boy was not enjoying his day, but his top stood out with the stripes and the Adidas logo. I guess also because he had his hood on. What is your best outfit? Does this remind you of the gym? Or remind you of playing a sport? Or remind you of gangs, as hoods are associated with gangs? What are your thoughts? Composed on the 20th of the 9th, 2020. L. The boy with the shopping bag and lanyard. It was in the mall in Lakeside. We sat at the food court on the second floor. We had the famous Primark store, which had 3 floors of bargain, shopping, nice quality. We saw a boy of about 6 carrying a Primark bag. He had a lanyard on his neck. He caught my attention as he seemed lost and was looking around. Leon appeared lost, but that was my assumption. His mum had gone to the bathroom. He was waiting for her to return. It is not always what we perceive. Sometimes our minds play tricks. We need to focus on the here and now. Leon was safe and enjoying a day out. The Primark bag considered the environment. As all other shops' bags were nylon. I thought that was fab to see. Composed on the 24th of the 9th, 2020. M. The Asian couple with their son in a buggy and daughter. They struck me as a nice couple, the family orientation. The Asian-looking couple with their young son of about 3 and their daughter enjoying a day out. But what was striking was even though they were a young family, they could still show their love in public. Madison was sitting up in the buggy, and his sister was looking in his eyes. They were playful and enjoying each other's company. Do you enjoy spending time together as a family, as a couple, as siblings? Do you enjoy each other's company? Composed on the 27th of the 9th, 2020. N. The girl with the panda. Enjoying a day out amongst the crowd in the mall, the girl stood out with her panda. She was cuddling it in her arms. She stood out like a kite. Her panda was black and white. She seemed oblivious to her surroundings, playing away as she walked along. She was aged about 6. Naomi was of mixed heritage, a pleasure to watch. When next you are in a mall, would you look out for the next panda or for the next kite? Composed on the 4th of the 10th, 2020. Oh, the 2 girls with masks and their parents. There was a pandemic. We had to social distance and stay 2 meters apart. But what was interesting was that children did not have to wear masks. I had seen a number of children without masks on. So to see these 2 girls aged about 5 and 6 wearing their masks and having fun in the mall with their parents caught my attention. I liked the fact that they were oblivious to the fact that other children didn't have them on, but they were confident and felt safe to have them on in public. I thought the pandemic was food for thought for everyone. We all had to be safe and protect each other. If a child who did not need to do this could do this, then we as adults had to do the same. Safely social distancing. Orange and Ohio pulled this off nicely with their parents in the mall. Composed on the 6th of the 10th, 2020. T. The boy in the red t-shirt and his cap. The colour red has always been an eye-catcher. Red is one of the colours that goes well with my skin tone. Would I say it's my favourite colour? Not really, but I enjoy wearing a red dress to a Valentine's Day event. I recall standing out in a crowd. So when I saw Prince and his red t-shirt, I was not surprising he stood out in a crowd. He had a red hat on to match his t-shirt. It reminded me of the Bible passage, "Let your light shine so they can see your good works and praise your Father in heaven." Prince could not be hidden in the crowd in the mall. His red t-shirt made him stand out. I hope we can all stand out in the crowd too. He appeared stylish and matching colours. Do you remember standing out in college or at a party or in a shopping mall? The boy in the red t-shirt and cap just did, and so could you. Composed on the 8th of the 10th, 2020. Q. The girl with the Alice band and her black parents. Do you recall visiting a mall with mom and dad? Do you recall entering the shops with mom and dad? How did that make you feel? Are you a daddy's girl or a mommy's girl? Are you closer to your dad? The beauty of shopping as a family is entertaining. It could lead to bonding with each other. I saw the black couple with their daughter, their princess, their queen. They were a family having a fun day out. I was out with my daughter enjoying a day too. You could also spend time bonding as a single parent with your child. Shopping is bonding time for some. Composed on the 10th of the 10th, 2020. R. The boy in the striped t-shirt. Have you ever met anyone with an infectious smile? Have you ever met anyone who is always happy? Have you ever been in a happy state of mind? How does that make you feel? Do you transfer that energy to people around you in the room at the time? When you look at people who are happy, it triggers a chemical in your brain. You realize you begin to smile back at yourself, or the person is starting to smile. It creates a ripple effect in our society. Robert had a big smile on his face when I saw him in the mall. He drew attention to himself. He made me and my daughter smile. We were delighted to see someone with a smile on their face. He made a difference in the mall. Be happy. Composed on the 11th of the 10th, 2020. S. The girl in the red t-shirt and Nike trainer pushing the buggy walking with mum. Have you ever had to try on your dad's or mum's shoes? Have you had to try on your mum's high heels or your dad's boots? These are all very familiar actions you may have performed. A girl would wear her mum's makeup and check herself out in the mirror. A boy would try on his dad's shirt and make it look like overalls. These are all familiar acts. Have you ever wondered why this happens? Children play with their dolls and connect with their maternal sides. This was so peculiar when I saw the girl pushing the buggy in the mall. She seemed to derive pleasure from this task. I decided to call her Samantha, as she reminded me of a family friend's daughter called Samantha. She always had her doll with her whenever she came round my house. I always played with a doll as a child. I had a doll and she would make noises. Have you ever seen a black doll? The girl pushing the buggy triggered memories. My daughter's godmother bought her a black woven doll before. I am not sure if my daughter liked her doll very much. Samantha was about 6 years of age. Composed on the 13th of the 10th, 2020. T. The Chinese boy in the polo shirt and his sister and parents. The boy struck me in the crowd. As a child, when I was growing up, I was very shy. I could not enter a room full of people. I do not know how I overcame my shyness, but it stayed with me for a long time. This is why, when I saw the Chinese boy and his family, it reminded me of my childhood. They were all dressed in matching colours. This was intriguing, and this showed unity within a family setting. When a child feels accepted within a family and is shown love, this helps the child grow and develop. Do you recall a time you felt this way in your family? Shy, loved, and united? Tommy must have felt very special. Did this family trigger anything for you? Composed on the 15th of the 10th, 2020. You. The boy and girl in printed masks and their dad. When I was growing up, we took pride in matching fabrics. The whole family would wear the same material. This was during special occasions like Christmas or Easter. But this has become a popular tradition. Now you can wear matching fabrics for many parties or celebrations. So whenever I see matching fabrics in masks, it triggers a memory for me as a child. It looked amazing to see the family in printed masks, all matching, keeping safe and maintaining distance. The joy of being together was not overshadowed. The zebra colours, black and white, were very striking. It made such a difference to see such creativity in masking within a family. The boy was called Urella and the girl Ursula. The disposable masks litter our streets. Do you have a printed washable mask? What's your favourite mask? Your favourite could help the environment. Composed on the 16th of the 10th, 2020. V. The girl in black standing in the queue with her dad and brother. She was about 6, standing and staring in black from head to toe, quite unusual as it was summer. Her dad and brother standing alongside her in the queue into Primark, it seemed. I have always thought of goths as young adults, but she was a child of about 6. She already had her style, which may appear ludicrous, but that was her, black lipstick and all, dark hair and dark jewellery. She reminded me of the cartoon in Wicked. I was taken aback as all the other kids were in different but bright colours. She was Vivian and her brother was called Tony for short. They aren't twins, I thought, but when they could be. But such a non-identical pair, Vivian and Tony. Composed on the 20th of the 10th, 2020. W. The girl in the printed jumpsuit and her parents in the changing area. Do you recall a time visiting a mall as a child, waiting with your mum in a changing area, trying to try a new clothing to see if it was the right fit for the occasion? Do you recall a time visiting a mall with your mum trying to find your school uniforms? I recall travelling with my daughter to central London to buy her school uniforms in John Lewis. Do you recall a time visiting the mall as a child with your dad and he had to use the bathroom, but because you were little, you had to wait outside, or he had to leave you with a stranger? Do you recall visiting a mall with dad and mom and your little sibling had to have their nappy changed in the stick-out bedding on the wall? Do you recall visiting the mall as a child? Mom in the restroom, you waiting outside the door, dancing away at the mirror. The little girl in a jumpsuit just reminded me of that. Her name was Warrior Woman. Composed on the 21st of the 10th, 2020. X. The little girl in white with her mom and pink bag. I always liked white as a child. Memories of my white dress on a Sunday walk to town in boarding school, or my white dress when I was baptised in River Jordan as an adult. My white shirt under my green pinafore in secondary school. The little girl in white among so many shoppers in the mall with her mom, reminded me of an angel. I felt the connection between mom and daughter. She seemed like an angel of peace amongst the hustle and bustle in the mall. She was a ray of sunshine, I thought. What does the colour white mean to you? What does white signify to you? Does it bring up any memories? Alexandra was a suitable name, I felt, as I could not think of a name with X. Composed on the 22nd of the 10th, 2020. Why? The mixed-race girl out shopping with her mother. I know that feeling of spending time with your daughter or spending time with family or siblings. I was out shopping with my daughter when I caught this image. It's ironic, as I was doing the exact same thing. I was writing my own story, I guess, except my daughter was much older. But it does not change the emotion, the treasures of life, wanting to gain trust, wanting to have those memories. I guess I did not get to have these memories as a child. I was too young when I moved to live with family and cousins. The mixed-race girl triggered memories of joy and happiness. Her name was Yasmin, composed on the 24th of the 10th, 2020. Z. The little boy in the buggy swinging his feet. Zach was enjoying a day out with Mom and Dad. He must have been about 3. Mom had forgotten Zach on the queue. As she went off towards the till to pay, I noticed Zach swinging his feet. He caught my attention with his feet. He was drawing attention as he looked towards his mum. His dad was in another shop altogether. I thought, what a wonderful day he has had. Mom suddenly realized she had left Zach behind. She ran across the shop to fetch him. So sometimes we should not assume a child is throwing a tantrum or seeking attention, because that could exactly be the case to help him or her who may be in trouble. Have you ever been forgotten in a shop in the mall, or in the park or library? It got me thinking. Did you feel safe or feel alone? How did that make you feel? Composed on the 27th of the 10th, 2020. I hope you enjoyed this book. Don't forget, be good for Mommy and Daddy. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Storytime with Gita. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on social media. 1, 2, 3. Read with me. See what's the next book is going to be. Pictures that are work of art, and some books that make you very smart. With words that bounce up off the page, they are good for children of every age. Learn the letters A, B, C, and stories that wow you and me. Grab your books and gather around and listen to Gita read aloud. Sit and enjoy the relaxing tone, and maybe one day you'll write your own. Don't forget to be good for Mommy and Daddy. Obey, respect, and help them daily. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye for now.